What's up, guys? Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com. So in today's video, we're going to check out an extension. So in today's video, we're going to talk about everything you need to know to get started using the Flex Tools extension for SketchUp. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. All right, so currently you can get Flex Tools for 30% off as a part of their Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales. So if you do want to check this out, this is definitely a good time to do that. I'm not sure when this closes. I think it'll be the end of this week, but it could be the middle of the week. So just something to be aware of if you are interested in this tool. But basically what Flex Tools is it's a collection of dynamic components and tools built around the dynamic components that make adding things like doors and windows and openings inside of your models really easy. And so I use this a lot when I need to drop things into my model and create kind of customized windows, and they're just super easy to use. You can kind of scale them to fit into openings, but then there's also different options for like the different dividers and lights in the windows and all sorts of things like that. And so let's take a look at what's included and the way that it works. So when you get Flex Tools, what you're going to have is a menu that looks something like this. And what it is it's going to be a collection of your dynamic components, and you can drop them into your model by clicking on them and then clicking inside of your model right here. And so I wanted to give you kind of an idea of what's included in Flex Tools first. So you've got a number of different doors and windows. So you've got regular doors with frames. You've got glass doors. You've also got sliding doors or pocket doors right here, which is super helpful. By the way, you can interact with these, which we'll talk more about later, but you can open and close those. So you've got a pocket door that you can drop in. You've got these larger glass doors, as well as the window collection, which gives you vertical sliding windows, horizontal sliding windows. You've got casement windows, and you've also got fixed windows. And all of these are adjustable. So you can actually select them, and we'll talk more about these in a minute, but you can actually right click on them and make adjustments and changes to what makes up the windows. So you can see how this one, for example, you could either scale it to fit in an opening, or you can also type in values. So say I wanted this to be 60 inches by 48 inches. I could apply this and it's going to adjust that. But then you've also got options for how deep the window is, like what kind of wall it sits in. You can set number of sashes. So say I wanted this to be more sashes. You can set the way that the sashes are in here. You can turn the sills on and off. So lots of different things. These are very adjustable. And then there's also other things in here as well. Like for example, you've got the Flex Louver or slats. So you can use this in order to add louvers and slats. You can use this one in order to add kind of a panel or a tile. So you could use this in order to quickly add wall tiles, and you can right click on this one and do things like adjusting overall width, but then also number of panels, right? So you could set this to be either by total length divided by number of panels or size of panel. Well, in this case, say I wanted these panels to be smaller, we could set this to be like 4 inches or something like that. And these are going to be a lot smaller. So this is really good for adding like a tile to walls and things like that if you want it to actually be 3D as opposed to 2D. And the cool thing is when you scale this, it's going to remake it. So you can use this in order to add backsplash tiles or a lot of different things. And then there's also things like fencing. So you have fencing included where you can scale this and it's going to add additional slats to the fence. And then you also have these flex stairs. The flex stairs are nice because you can drop them in and then you can just scale it up. And when you scale it up, it's automatically going to resize the stair. And so you can also adjust things like your max riser height in here as well in order to quickly add stairs to your space. So, and then you do also have these stairs that turn corners. So this one, for example, if we were to scale this one up, notice how it's going to automatically scale your stair. And then you can set where the landing is using the interact tool. So I can come over here and click on a point, and that's going to set where the landing goes in the stair just by interacting with it like this. Then you do also have a couple ramps that are good for adding just ramps based on a certain number of degrees or a slope percentage. So if you do need to add ramps, this can work as well. But now let's talk a little bit about the way that these work when you drop them into your model. So the cool thing about this is these are designed to try to automatically cut openings in grouped objects. So for example, I've got this wall right here. Well, let's say that I was to drop a door in like this. So I'm going to bring this door in right here, and we're going to go ahead and interact with it to open it up. But you can see how what this is doing is this is coming in here and it's automatically cutting an opening in the wall. Well, the cool thing about this is if you move this over, it's going to try to adjust the opening in the wall with this, right? But then you can also scale this in the wall, and it's going to resize the opening in the wall as well. And it's going to maintain things like the thickness of your door frame when you do this. And this is going to work for things like your windows as well. So say you wanted a vertical sliding window right here and you drop this in the wall, you can use this in order to resize this in the wall. You can move it around in the wall. So it's pretty cool from that standpoint. It's supposed to make adding openings in your model significantly easier. And it also makes adding those doors and windows just way easier than just the normal way that you would do that. And so in addition, you've got different options for what you can do with things like your doors and windows. So for example, if I was to take this window right here, go into my component options, not only can I adjust the overall width, which is cool because you can make this whatever size that you want. It's going to automatically resize, but you can also do things like say that you wanted more window units in here. You can set this so that it has additional window units on these fixed windows, and you can adjust and add a casing. So that's something they just added in the new version. So you can do a casing on the inside if you want to. You could also do a casing on the outside, like so. And those casings are going to adjust with it. And those casings you can actually copy paste between different components. So I will link to a video I did about the casings earlier this year. But you can also do things like toggling that sill off. So if you don't want a sill on your window, you can do this and adjust it kind of down. But notice how right now this is a little bit too thick. That's because my wall is the window thickness is set thicker than my wall. So I would just come in here and I would adjust this. So instead of my wall being 7 inches, I would just adjust this to being 6 inches right here. So you can adjust the thickness of things like your doors and frames as well in order to fit in these openings. And so the interact function does a lot of different things inside of Flex Tools. So there's a button over here. You could also just go to, let's see, Tools, Interact as well. And you can interact with these. You can open and close the windows like this. You can open and close the doors. The Interact tool will toggle between open and closed on doors. And then one interesting one is it'll also change your window styles in here. So the windows have a bunch of the fixed windows have a bunch of presets in here. So as I interact, it's just going to toggle between these different styles. So you can go through and you can actually set kind of these like custom window styles in here like this. So if you did have kind of a different mullion pattern or something like that on your glazing, the interact tool is going to allow you to toggle between those different styles. And so that gives you a lot of control over the way that these windows are going to look without you having to go in there and do a bunch of like manual creation of the different layouts and things like that. And then additionally, one of the functions I really like about this tool, this is probably, oddly enough, probably my favorite function in Flex Tools, is you've probably run into this before. In SketchUp, your components can't cut holes in anything but a single thickness face, right? Well, in Flex Tools, it can automatically cut holes in a double thickness wall. But if you have a wall like this one that has multiple different groups, like say that you've got your interior CMU grouped differently than your exterior wall right here, well, cutting openings in here can be a real problem. Well, the cool thing about Flex Tools is there's an option in here called Wall Cutter. What Wall Cutter is going to do is it's going to allow you to take an object and use Wall Cutter and tell it how many faces you want it to cut. So in this case, I've told it I want it to cut through 6 faces. That's one face for each one of these groups. So this is actually going to cut through this entire wall right here. So you can use this in order to cut through walls that have different groups, and it's going to maintain that wall cutter functionality when you move it around inside of the group. And this is going to work for any of the Flex Tools options. So say that you wanted to add a window like this one, we'll just bump this up right here. And again, this window is going to cut a hole in this multiple thickness wall right here. So if you have multiple thickness walls, this can be a massive, massive time saver from you having to go through and actually like manually cut a bunch of holes in your walls. And then there's also a cool function that comes along with this called Component Finder. And what Component Finder does is it's actually a tool designed to help you manage your components. So in this case, you can see all of your Flex Tools doors and bring them in. So for example, say that I wanted to add in this trapezoidal window, I can do that. But you can also link it to your folders on your computer, and you can actually manage your libraries using Component Finder as well. So in this case, I've got this link to a folder where I have all of my SketchUp files saved. Well, if I click in here, I can just drop these objects into my model just by clicking on them in Component Finder. So this is a fast, easy way to manage your component libraries inside of SketchUp without having to do it manually. So you just save these objects inside of that file, and then you can use Flex Tools in order to quickly add them. And so if you ever have anything in your model that you want to save, you can also see everything that's in your model by clicking on this home button right here and popping out this in model. Well, in this case, say I wanted to save this sofa somewhere, you could right click on it, do a save as, and then you can go find this and you can name it and save it in the folder. You can use Component Finder in order to save objects into your model library as well. And then if you ever want to add like a louvered opening, note that the louvers cut a hole in your wall as well. So you can use this in order to add louvered openings, and say that you did want to add tile on your wall like so. You could add this tile object, go into your dynamic components right here, and you could just set the size of the panels. So we could do fixed length. We'll say we want the panels to be 6 inches. And 6 inches, you can use this in order to create tiles on your wall, right? If they were supposed to be a little wider, you could do a 12-inch, or maybe this would be a 6-inch here and a 12-inch here. But again, making those adjustments is really easy. All right, so that's an overview of the way the Flex Tools work. If you do want to check it out, this is probably a good time because it is on sale for Black Friday right now. You can check that out at TheSketchUpEssentials.com/Flex Tools. But as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.